Day 1, light is created, but not the sun. Day 2, the firmament expanse dome is created to divide the waters above from below. Day 3, dry land appears under the firmament. Day 4, the sun, moon, and stars are placed in the firmament. This is not just poetic, it's structured, specific, and sequential, as if God wanted his people to know exactly how it happened. The earth was without form, but still existed upon the face of the deep. Many ancient cosmologies, Hebrew, Babylonian, Egyptian, describe a watery chaos beneath a firmament above. It's not just people trying to explain away how the earth came to be. This is literally God talking to Moses and telling him to write it down. The geocentric enclosed model fits Genesis 1 more closely than modern heliocentric cosmology does. Could God be warning us about Satan's deception through science?
And that's the Lord in the ocean.
There is strong biblical precedent for this idea. Revelations 12 verse 9, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Romans 1:25, they exchanged the truth of God for a lie and worshipped and served created things rather than the Creator. 1 Timothy 6 verse 20, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science falsely so called. Satan doesn't just deceive by tempting individuals, he crafts entire systems of belief, worldviews, institutions, scientific consensus to pull people away from the literal word of God. It's possible that God laid out the true order of creation plainly in Genesis 1 to anchor us so we could see through the lies when the deception would one day come. Why would he tell us how the world was made if we weren't meant to believe it? Jesus says, he who has ears, let him hear, meaning the truth is available, but only some will receive it. Some people allegorize Genesis to fit science. Some treat it as metaphor, myth, or poetry, but others treat it as direct and intentional revelation of God. And that's exactly how Moses would have meant it. He wasn't writing a parable. He was recording what was revealed to him directly from God. Don't be afraid to ask honest questions. Read the word plainly, trusting God over man. This is exactly what he calls his people to do. Secret things belong to the Lord our God. The things revealed belong to us and our children forever. He wants you to know. He doesn't want us to be confused, and he definitely wanted us to be guarded from deception.
Yeah, once again, it's time gate moments right in your face. Now, 3 things. Number 1, how comes the furthest horizon is always the highest point in the distance? Now, this is impossible on a globe that is supposedly spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. We are talking basic cosmography. The second thing is that the horizon, regardless of elevation and distance, always remains level and horizontal. Now, this is only possible on a flat and stationary Earth. The third point is even more simple. How comes these simple clouds, which are completely detached from the Earth, are not affected by the fictitious 1,000 miles an hour counter spin?
You know the one thing about flat Earth that does trip me out? Google images of satellites. Just like type in satellite. Just all.
There's no real pictures?
Not a single one is not. This is the one thing that tripped me out, I'm not gonna lie. They're all just like renders.
Why?
It's true.
Why you think?
This is the one, I'm gonna say, this is the one thing that trips me out. I've never seen a satellite that was real. I'm just saying, I'm not a flat earther, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that is very strange now that you bring that up. Why would they want to sell us on Earth being round?
That's not the only thing they're selling you on. They're selling you on space as well. That's why you thinking like that, because you thinking outer space and all those other planets and stuff.
Are real?
Like that. Yeah. Huh?
You don't think they're real? You don't think sun's real?
No. Sun is real. The sun and the moon is real.
Okay.
But outer space is not.
Well, then what is it? What are we
It's
doing?
water. Over the firmament is water.
Over the firmament he's talking
We're in the ocean right now?
We under the firmament, under the dome, and there's water over the firmament. Says it in the Bible. Planets are wandering stars that you think about.
So you think all that, like them going to Mars stuff is all...
How they going to the Mars? Why they don't put the same rover on the moon so we can watch the Earth spin right now? How they gonna go to Mars?
They're talking about building a society on Mars, right?
Yeah. Why they doing that? Why they ain't got the same thing on the moon right now though?
The whole thing is like we never went back to the moon, right?
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Yeah, I know.
Why people care if people believe in the Earth the way the Bible describes it? Why do people get so mad about that?
Does the Bible describe it as flat?
Yeah.
It does?
With the dome, the firmament, and everything. Why do people get mad at people if they just describe the Earth the way the oldest history book describes it?
Yeah. So does this mean you think it's flat?
Yep.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
This right here is a Tartarian instrument called an astrolabe, and this helps you find the altitude of a celestial object. Also helps you to locate stars and constellations. Helps you tell the time from the sun and the stars. It allows you to chart horoscopes and planetary positions, all with extremely incredible accuracy. Here's the issue. The astrolabe is fundamentally built on the assumption that the heavenly bodies move around a stationary observer. Its design doesn't even come close to relying on a spinning globe model hurtling through space at millions of miles per hour. This beautiful instrument that our ancient ancestors used works by projecting the dome of the sky over a flat stationary plane. Can you really see something like this? The precision, the art, the quality, the craftsmanship, the sophistication, and think that we're the ones that are evolving? Or do you think our true history has been hidden from us and erased? You see, our ancient ancestors knew exactly what the truth to this realm was. They knew that the heavens move above us, just the way it looks and feels. But the eyes are useless when the mind is blind. Peace and love.
I am William Andres Lozada, a commercial pilot. I make videos for the internet, and this is one of the questions I get asked the most on social media.
Spanish pilot claims that the Earth is flat.
From above you can see, huh?
Flat and stationary it looks.
Flat?
Yes.
And doesn't it have some flattening? Can't you see it? No? That when they've already swiped the orbit.
The curvature is seen when the camera is a fish eye, like the one used by the guy who jumped from Red Bull. Yes. There you do see the curvature, but if the camera is a normal camera, everything looks straight.
How many are allowed to fly at the maximum altitude?
Normally we fly at the maximum. The ceiling of the plane is 41,000 feet, which is 12 kilometers, 800 meters or something like that. But normally we fly at 35, 37, 15.
The curvature.
No, man, no. Let's see, I've flown with the Lear 47,000 feet. With the Lear, the private jet, which is about 13 kilometers, 600 or something like that, and still no.
Neither.
But, well, according to Neil deGrasse Tyson, who is the successor of Einstein, proclaimed by himself as the successor of Einstein, American scientist, the curvature should be noticeable from 15 or 16 kilometers.
Okay. And you all, huh? With your feet on the ground, basketball in between, flat earth.
Yeah. Why? Because regardless of the geometric shape of the earth, which could be a duad, a little globe, or indeed flat and stationary, the tendency of the flat earth is truth seeker. Seeker of the truth, beyond what they tell me on Antena 3 or on Telecinco or on Cuatro or on La Uno. I want to know what's behind, who pays for the ink, who pays for that lighting.
My friend.
Who's behind it, so they will never tell you. They will never tell you that they have passed the new national security law. They won't tell you this, not them. In which, if the state declares a state of emergency, they can take you and your assets.
Today, from the beautiful port of Buenaventura, a city on the Pacific, I brought a thought, and it's that I've always questioned many things in life and always wanted to go a bit further. Well, I am faithful to the phrase that a lie repeated 1,000 times becomes a truth. That's why I have decided to listen to the voices and thoughts of millions of people who have interesting theories about the flat earth. And believe it or not, there are millions of people. Why does the famous blue marble photograph or the blue marble have graphic design corrections? I mean, why don't they just take a photograph from a satellite or from something that has gone to space? They take a photo and show it to us. Why do they have to make corrections by graphic designers or by computer? The plane I fly can reach up to 25,000 feet in altitude, and I have never seen the curvature of the Earth from there, and I have also been a passenger at more than 35,000 feet and still have not seen the curvature of the Earth from there. When I'm in crucifix going straight and level, I've never had to adjust by lowering the nose of the plane to follow the curvature of the earth.
At no point do you need to make the correction. Straight and level. The horizon at all times. Straight and level. No need to make corrections on the nose below.
Why do we always see the same side of the moon? Because if it is rotating, why do we always see the same side of the moon? What a coincidence that it rotates at the same speed as the Earth. Could it be that the moon is really out there, or is it close by inside a dome along with the sun? Why does the horizon look so flat when I look at it? Why can't we see the roundness of the Earth if in that distance should I already see the curvature of the Earth? If the sun is so far away, why do the rays, when they reflect on the clouds, why do they spread out? If it is so far, they should be parallel and not spread out, which shows that the sun would be closer.
It's even NASA that gave us a picture of a globe. NASA has it on record that they don't have a picture of the Earth from the sky. You know the machine that you find in every aircraft, the gyroscope. The gyroscope works on a flat earth, flat plain ground, a flat table. That's how that machine works. It doesn't work on a spherical object. It's in every plane. Ladies and gentlemen, I know people have different theories. All that you needed to do is to get into a helicopter, you take off, you wait in the air, let the earth spin, and bring America here and you land. Simple. That's it. It's so strange how from the sky a plane or even a helicopter can land on an earth that is spinning at 1,500 kilometers an hour. And there are markings on the earth, on the helipad, they mark. And you have to land on those marks, those white marks, on an earth. What makes sense to you today? You get into your kitchen, you take a plate, you put water. Those are the seas. And it's known according to our old maps, the earth was flat. And around, go and look at our old maps. What do you see at the edge? Ice wall. There is a wall around the earth, which is of ice. And that's the highest point. It's not even Mount Everest. That's the highest point around the earth, which keeps the water inside. That's the only way you can get to the end, is the water in a plate. These countries are simply islands. But how come they don't fly past? Okay, you are good researchers. Okay, go and look for Antarctic Treaty. Antarctic Treaty. In 1959, there was an agreement where 53 most powerful countries signed an agreement that we will not allow humans to explore beyond the Antarctica. No planes should fly beyond the Antarctica. Why an agreement? Even NASA that.
This is an underwater sea cables map, and it literally proves that the Earth is flat and geocentric. Now, if you didn't know this, these sea cables literally connect all of us. Cables are responsible for carrying approximately 95% of the world's internet traffic. No satellites, no nothing, just these cables. Now, why is this map important? Well, you're going to see how the cables do not connect from here to here and down to here. But on a flat Earth map, it's because these places are the furthest away. They can't stretch that far. They would never lay cables that long, right? Well, what about right here? Look at it on the flat Earth map. It's just a short, simple line. Now, these cables literally prove that the Earth is not a globe. They don't go from Australia to Africa and over to South America. It's because the Earth is flat, just like all of our ancestors told us. And this is what the real map of the world looks like. And oddly enough, it's the same map that the United Nations use in their logo. Wow. The truth is always in plain sight. Peace and love.
The flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni, and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Eddie Alenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.